What's up guys? On today's video, I'm going to show you what I carry inside of my cook kit when I go backpacking. So stick around. First off, what I use to eat with is a light my fire spoon, fork, knife combo, little spork or whatever they call it. I just like the size of the spoon. I like how smooth it is. I like how easy it is to clean. Nothing really sticks to it because it's plastic. It's pretty indestructible. I mean, I can throw it and not worry about it. My entire cook kit weighs 453 grams, or 1 pound exactly, or 16 ounces, whichever one you want to go with. With the spoon, it weighs 16.55 ounces, 468 grams, or 1 pound and 50 ounces. So yeah. I use a pot koozie when I am cooking, and it makes my cooking more efficient, and I don't burn as much fuel when I'm cooking. But once we get inside of this, I'll explain how I use this a little bit more. But first, that's my pot koozie. My cooking pot is a GSI Pinnacle Soloist. I really like that it holds 2 cups of water with no problem. It's really efficient with cooking just because it's, I don't know, it's an awesome pot. It's lightweight, it's non-stick, really like that feature. And I just like it. It fits perfect in my bag. I have no complaints about it. In fact, I have 2 of them, one for me and one for my girlfriend. And we both carry one of these when we go backpacking. I like the lid has a strainer on the top here. I'll show you right here. It also has another strainer over here. So if I'm cooking noodles or anything like that, I can pour it out, you know, strain it, whichever I need to do, just like that. So inside of my cook kit, I carry a packable towel. This is one of those cheap ones from REI that comes with a little bag. It's easy to clean my pot with it. I can wipe my mouth, I can wipe my spoon, just grab a pot if I need to if it's really hot. Just really like having this little packable towel, so yeah. Next in my cook kit, I have a small bottle of Dr. Bronner's biodegradable soap. I haven't used this too often, so honestly I don't really know why I still carry it. But when I have had to use it, I've been really glad that I have had it, so I just continue to carry it. Next, I carry a small bottle of olive oil that I carry in a little REI squirt container. I just like carrying olive oil. You just never know when you're gonna need it. Adds extra calories to meals after a long day of hiking. When you need those extra calories, you can put in your pot to have things not stick. So say if I went fishing and caught a fish or something, it comes in handy. So I carry it. Like this stays in my pot all the time. Next, I carry 2 lighters. I carry 4 on me at all times when I'm backpacking. 1 in my pocket, 1 in my front hip belt pocket, and then 2 in my cook kit. I am a firm believer in having multiple lighters because you just never know when something's gonna happen. This is one that's moved me forever. I call it Smoke. It's not failed me yet, but it also has Tony Stewart on it, so that's why I named it Smoke. Old Smoky. I never just carry a cheap one. Next up, I carry a small bit aluminum foil. I carry the little small piece right here as a vapor barrier for my alcohol stove that I carry. It makes my stove a little more efficient, keeps the stove off the cold ground, reflects the heat back up. This is my personal opinion. I feel like I have to prime my stove less of a time if I have this, so I always carry it. And then I carry a windscreen made from the bottom of a turkey roasting pan. You know, one of those that you get at like the Dollar Tree or something. And I just cut it. And I really like this for my windscreen because it's a lot more heavy duty than the regular piece of aluminum foil. So I just highly suggest getting one of these. And I also carry a little binder clip to clip it together. Next, I carry a little Fancy Feast alcohol stove, which I carry in a little small bag, which I actually used a drill to make all these holes with. I have several of these, and to me, this is my most efficient one. It boils water quicker than the other ones I've made. I like carrying a small alcohol burning stove just because of the fact it's lighter, it's pretty durable, and it's quiet. It's one thing with the pocket rocket stuff, you don't have that sound. It's quiet and you can actually enjoy the sounds of nature, which is part of the reason you're out in the woods. so I just carry an alcohol stove and a little plastic baggie, and that's what I boil my water with. Lastly, I carry the GSI Soloist cup that comes with the cook kit. I really enjoy cooking my breakfast out of this over this, just because this is easier to clean than this. I also like having hot chocolate, coffee, fruit drinks out of this, so I just carry it. It's worth the wait to me. It's also an easier way to keep my stuff stored inside the cook kit. So now that you know what's in my cook kit, what exactly does it look like when I'm cooking? Well, I'll show you. First, I put my little bit of aluminum foil down, that's the vapor barrier. Then I put my Fancy Feast alcohol stove down. I'll put about an ounce of fuel into it. I found that usually can boil 2 cups of water, and it does about as much fuel as I need per meal. Then I will put my windscreen down after my stove has finished priming. It usually takes about 15 seconds. We just let it heat up, and yeah. Then I'll put my pot down. Then I will put my lid down. And then I will go about doing whatever I need to do while this is cooking. Just depends on how long it takes. Say my waters are rolling and boiling, it's vibrating, going nuts. I will pick up the pot, pull this off. Then I will grab my pot cozy, drop this into it, drop this over it, and then I will set this to the side, forget about it for a while. Usually let my meal cook for about 15 to 20 minutes inside of here. It saves me a lot of fuel doing this method. And by the time I get my meal out of here, my meal will be piping hot. So I highly suggest you make one of these. In fact, I'll probably make a video on how to make a pot koozie at some point. For my alcohol stove, I use Heat in the yellow bottle as my fuel. It's really reliable, it burns hot, and it gets the job done. So while backpacking, I do not carry the big yellow bottle. I know lots of people do, but I just don't need as much fuel. So what I normally do is I transfer what I think I'll need for a whole trip into this big container. Usually I need about 3 to 4 ounces a day. I like to carry 4 just in case I want to make hot chocolate or coffee or something of that nature. Help me get a fire started at the campfire. So I carry what I need for the entire trip in this big bottle. For every meal, I carry about an ounce of fuel in this little squirt bottle from REI. So what do I mean when I say I carry each meal's amount of fuel in here? What I do is I will pour each meal's amount from here into here. So at every meal, I just open this up, squirt my amount into my Fancy Feast stove. I know it's a direct measurement and I'm not wasting fuel that way. Once I've emptied this out, then I will refill it, and it's good for the next meal. And I just like this system, and that's how I do it. I carry my fuel inside of a little Ziploc bag. So if it was to leak, I like having that option of, you know, a little added security. And I get all the air out of it. Once I have all the air out of this little baggie, I'll compress it up a little more. And I have this old sunglass pouch protector, and I like putting it in here. That way it's double assured that if something was to happen, it's a little more secure. I'll tuck the bag in and close it up. And that's what I carry my fuel inside of my pack. Hopefully this video answered a few questions about what I carry inside of my cook kit. Everything that you see here packs up into this small thing except for the fuel canister and the spoon. These will go in separate places inside of my pack. On next week's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make a Fancy Feast alcohol stove, so you don't want to miss that. Subscribe if you already haven't, hit the like button. Lets me know you guys like what I'm putting out. Comment down below if any questions or comments you might have. Follow me on Facebook, it's Backpacking Ben. Follow me on Instagram, it's Backpacking Ben. And follow me on Twitter, it's @BenArtPhoto. Until next week, later guys, later.